Dear students, in our previous video lecture, we were discussing about decision making under uncertainty. And in the previous video lecture, we have discussed about the first criteria, that was criteria of pessimism. Today we shall discuss the second criteria under decision making under uncertainty, and that criteria is criteria of optimism, which is also known as maximax or minimin criteria. So up till now we have seen that when the decision maker is taking decision under uncertainty, that means he lacks the complete information about the probability of happening of any particular state of nature or outcome or event. So in that case, he uses certain criteria for taking a decision, wherein if he is dealing with the problem of uh, profit, he will, using that criteria, he will either try to maximize his profit or minimize his losses if he is dealing with losses or cost value. So in the previous video lecture, we have discussed about the criteria of pessimism, wherein the decision maker was having a negative approach, or he was pessimistic. He was thinking that the worst will happen with him. That means if he is choosing an alternative, the worst state of nature will take place, and because of that he will be getting the least profit, or he will suffer maximum losses. And out of those maximum losses or minimum profits, he was either trying to minimize his maximum losses or maximize his minimum payoffs or profits. So that was the case in the previous criteria of pessimism. Now we will be discussing about the second criteria under decision making under uncertainty, and this criteria is opposite of the previous one. It is criteria of optimism. Here the decision maker is optimistic. He thinks, he assumes that the best will happen to him. That means if he is choosing a particular alternative, he assumes that the best possible state of nature, which will result into the maximum profit or minimum losses, will take place. So here, uh, first of all, his approach is positive, and he is optimistic. So in this criteria, it is opposite to the criteria of pessimism, and it is based upon the optimistic approach with assumption that something better is going to happen. Hence, the decision maker selects the best out of these better outcomes. He assumes that the best will happen, and for all the different alternatives he will find out the best possible payoffs. If he is dealing with the profits, he will find out the best possible profit, conditional profits for every available alternative, and then he will select the maximum out of these maximum payoffs, best payoffs, best of the best uh, payoffs. Similarly, if he is uh, dealing with the cost or losses, so he will assume that best will happen to him, and that means he will either for different alternatives, either he will have the minimum losses or minimum cost, and then out of those minimum cost or minimum losses he will select the alternative which gives the minimum loss or minimum cost. So the two criteria, maximax criteria, here what he does is, when the decision maker is dealing with conditional profits, maximax criteria may be used, wherein what he does, he selects the maximum of the maximum payoff. In this criteria, maximum possible outcome, that is maximum payoff in each course of action, is identified, and then the maximum of these maximum outcomes is selected, which corresponds to the best or optimal strategy for the decision maker. And another one, when the decision maker is dealing with the cost or loss, he is using the minimum criteria, that is minimum of the minimum. So when the decision maker is dealing with cost, minimum criteria, that is minimum of the minimum cost, may be used to select optimal strategy or alternative. So let us further understand this using an example. We'll again take the same example which we have took for understanding the concept of criteria of pessimism, wherein we had a farmer who had three alternative crops with him, and uh, these are the states of nature, possible states of nature. He has three crops: crop A, crop B, and crop C, and there are three possible states of nature: high rainfall, medium rainfall, and low rainfall. And these are the conditional profits given here. If he plants crop A and the rainfall remains high, he is expected to earn a profit of 8,000 rupees. And if he plants crop A and the rainfall remains medium, he expects to earn a profit of 4,500 rupees. And if the rainfall remains, if he plants crop A and rainfall remains low, his conditional profit is 2,000 rupees. In the same way, for crop B and crop C, the estimated conditional profits are known to us. Now the farmer wishes to plant only one crop. If the farmer wishes to plant only one crop, we have to decide which should be his best crop by using the criteria of optimism. That is maxi-max criteria. Criteria of optimism means he will assume that best is going to happen with him. So let us see how we solve this. Now look at this. We will make the payoff table again, wherein we already know about the alternatives. The three alternatives are crop A, crop B, and crop C. We are also aware about the state of nature. These are already given in the question. High rain, medium, and low rainfall. These are the states of nature, and these are the conditional profit for different combination of alternative and state of nature. Now, as the farmer is optimistic, he will assume that best is going to happen with him. That means if he plants crop A, the best thing will happen. That means rainfall will remain high and he will have the maximum profit. So he assumes that the best is going to happen, and best in this case is high rainfall, which is resulting into the maximum payoff. So in that case, we will identify the maximum payoff, which is 8,000 rupees for crop A. For crop B, again he will assume that the best will happen, and best will happen when the rainfall is low and the maximum payoff is 5,000. Again we will identify and list this payoff in a new column. And then crop C, if he decides to plant crop C, again he will assume that the best will happen to him. So here the maximum payoff is for either for, in two conditions he is getting the maximum payoff: when the rainfall is high or when the rainfall is medium. So either of the two state of nature he will assume that it will take place, and the resulting payoff, maximum payoff, will be 5,000 rupees. Now since uh, the decision maker was optimistic and these are the maximum payoffs possible for different alternatives, now he will try to maximize his maximum payoff. So out of these three maximum payoffs, he will select the alternative which yields maximum of these maximum. So out of these three, the maximum value is 8,000. So it is the max, maximum of the maximum payoffs. These are the three maximum payoffs for different alternatives. And out of these three alternative payoffs, 8,000 is the maximum value. So this is the max value, maximum of the maximum. So he will select crop A. He will plant crop A so that he could earn the maximum of the maximum payoff, that is 8,000 rupees. Here the maximum of the maximum payoff is rupees 8,000, which corresponds to alternative crop A. Hence the farmer should plant crop A. So this was an example of the case when the decision maker is dealing with the conditional profits. Now let us take another example when the decision maker is dealing with the cost. Now, the same example which we have been discussing uh, since the beginning of this topic. Again, there is a manufacturer who wants to produce one of the three. This should not be three. This should. This is actually. This is actually four. This is four. So a manufacturer want to produce one of the four products A, B, C, and D. The cost of the manufacture of the products under the conditions N1, N2, N3, and N4 are given in the table below. So these are the conditional cost given. It is estimated conditional cost given for different alternatives. These are the alternatives. These are the four alternatives available to the manufacturer. Either he can manufacture product A or product B or product C or product D. And these are the four possible states of nature. These are the likely possible events. So one event first is N1, second is N2, third is N3, and the next is N4. These four possible outcomes are there for all the alternatives. So if this combination of alternative and uh, state of nature takes place, that is, if he manufactures product A and state of nature or event N1 happens, then the conditional cost is estimated conditional cost is 1200 rupees. Similarly, if he produces product A and the expected outcome is N2, then the conditional cost is 2700. Similarly, if he manufactures product A and the expected outcome is N3, then the conditional cost is 700. Likewise, all the costs are given for different alternatives. Now we have to determine the best product that the manufacturer can manufacture by using the criteria of optimism. Here, um, being optimistic, he will assume that uh, whenever he will choose an alternative, the best will happen to him. That means that state of nature or event will take place where his cost is minimum, and then out of those minimum cost, he will select the alternative which gives the minimum of the minimum cost. So he will be using mini-min criteria. Let us see how he applies this mini-min criteria. So again, we will be making the payoff table again. So these are the four alternative products A, B, C, and D. And estimated conditional cost are already given to us. These are states of nature known to us. Now, for as the decision maker is optimistic, he will assume that best will happen to him. And since the problem is related to cost, so he will assume that that state of nature will take place, which results into the minimum cost. So here, the out of the four states of nature, the state of nature which is having the minimum estimated conditional cost is N3. So he will assume that if he manufactures product A, the state of nature N3 will take place and his conditional cost will be 700 rupees. So we will list the minimum cost associated with the alternative associated with a particular alternative, and we assume that the particular state of nature will take place where the cost is minimum. So here the minimum cost is 700 rupees. We have listed it in a additional column which we have introduced here. Similarly, for product B, out of the different conditional cost, he will assume that that state of nature will take place where his conditional cost is minimum. So for when he will assume that if he is manufacturing product B, then state of nature N1 will take place, and where his conditional cost will be minimum conditional cost will be 900. So again we will be listing this minimum conditional cost 900 here in a newly introduced column. Similarly, for product C, the minimum value is 1400, which corresponds to the state of nature N4. So he will assume that if he produces or manufactures product C, the state of nature N4 will take place and his minimum cost will be 1400. So we will again list this 1400 here. And for the last product D, again he will assume that best will happen to him, and he will that state of nature will take place where the conditional cost of the manufacturing the product is minimum. So he will assume that N2 state of nature will happen, and this is the conditional cost, minimum conditional cost 1700. So we will list this 1700 here. So now, being optimistic, he will first he will identify the minimum cost associated with all the alternatives. Then he will try to take that decision where he can further minimize these minimum costs. So out of the four minimum costs, he will take a decision. He will choose the alternative where the minimum of these minimum cost, he will find the minimum of these minimum cost. So this is 700, which is the minimum of all these four alternatives. So he will choose this first alternative, product A. He will decide to manufacture product A because it is the minimum of all the minimum cost value. The cost associated with alternative A is minimum of the all minimum cost associated with different alternatives, and combination of the best state of nature and alternative. So here minimum of the minimum cost is rupees 700, which correspond to the alternative product A. Hence the manufacturer should produce the product A. So this is how we take decision under the criteria of optimism. That is, when we are dealing with profit problems, we will take the maximax decision, and when we are dealing with the cost problems, we will take the minimum decision. So uh, in this way we take the decision under uncertainty, and that too when we are using the correct criteria of optimism. Thank you.